Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Brothers Take podcast. My name is Kris. I am joined this week by my brother Eric,
Hello.
and we are back in the room to talk about the Game Awards. A few weeks back, myself and Eric did talk about our anticipation for the Game Awards. I think, Eric, you were particularly excited for this year's Game Awards because you were like, I think there's going to be a lot of controversy. So we will
Yeah.
see. We had a big discussion that time around in terms of predicting what we think will be the Game of the Year nominees. And now we're finally going to check them out and also check out the other categories. And in this episode, basically, we're going to do something similar to what we did last year. Myself and Eric had a pizza bet last year. Whoever
Mhm.
lost had to buy the pizza for the other person. And basically, we're going to go through the categories. And while we might give our own thoughts as to what we would pick, on a personal level, the one that matters is the prediction that we're going to make. And the prediction we're going to make
Yes.
is what will win the award in that category. We won't do every category because not every category would be relevant to us or we'd have a lot to say about it, but we'll do quite a lot of them. And we'll take a tally of it, and then whoever gets the most predictions right by the time the show is on will be the winner, and the loser will buy the pizza. So that's the plan for this week's episode. And we hope you guys get involved in the conversation as well, either with your own predictions or with your own thoughts of what you think should win, what you're voting for, whatever it is. If you're watching this YouTube, jump down into the comments to share your thoughts on the Game Awards 2024. If you enjoyed this episode, please do give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell for future content. And to those who listen to us on audio platforms, you can touch base on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X at The Brothers Take. Again, to give your take on the Game Awards 2024. I think this is the 10th Game Awards, or it's the 10th anniversary of the Game Awards. The Game
Isn't
Awards
that the same
started.
thing?
I don't know. The Game Awards started. I'm Ron Burgundy. The Game Awards started in 2014, and this is 2024.
Yeah, so they've done
So
10 and it's the 10th anniversary. All
yeah,
right.
is that
That's
what that means?
that's how maths
I
works.
I think last year was the 10th one,
That makes no sense.
and this year is the 10th anniversary. If you write it out, it'll make sense. I'm not going to bother explaining all that. Rather, we're going to have a look at these. I've actually not looked at any of the, even though they've been out for over a week now. I have not looked at any of the categories.
Fair
It's
play.
been really hard avoiding online because I've been trying to keep it a surprise for today.
That fair play. I saw a tagline on a YouTube video
Yeah,
that made me go, okay, so that's clearly nominated
right.
for Game of the Year. And then I didn't have all the other categories, but I had the Game of the Year category spoiled on me.
Okay.
I just kind of went, I think someone sent a message to me on Instagram. So I went, okay, what are they saying to me? I open up Instagram. What's the first thing I see? Well, it's Hideo Kojima at all the categories and all the Game of the Year nominations. I was like,
Okay.
I could be pissed off, but it's also Hideo Kojima. So it's not like that it's going to matter.
Are you saying Hideo Kojima messaged you?
No,
No.
sorry. No.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
yes,
okay.
yes, of course. See, we're collabing.
yeah, we're doing it. I'm going to be on Kojima's podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. It was just that he posted them.
Oh, he posted them. Right, okay.
He posted them. Yeah.
Oh,
So
well, you can't be mad at him. You can't be mad at him.
No. And,
Yeah,
he's in
fair
the
enough.
industry, so it makes sense.
You can't be mad at him.
No.
Okay, well then, without beating around the bush, let's start getting into the Game Awards. So, just before we click on looking at the Game of the Year, we just for a reminder for people who maybe didn't check out the episode where we predicted them, we predicted 5 games each.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we were probably on the ball there. And what were your 5 again?
My 5 was, I think, Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Remake,
Rebirth.
Rebirth, even. Sorry, yeah, Rebirth. Metaphor Refantasio, Black Myth Wukong, and Helldivers 2.
Yeah. And then the 5 I predicted were Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Astrobot, Metaphor Refantasio, Silent Hill 2 Remake, and Balatro. So let's find out if either of us were right. Bum ba da bum. So I'm going to click on Game of the Year. Oh shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the Game of the Year nominees are
So we got the five.
Astrobot,
Yeah, Astrobot.
Balatro,
Yeah.
Black Myth Wukong,
Mm-hmm.
Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantasia. So it was six,
It
not
was six. Yeah, we got that
five.
wrong. And I do
Okay.
believe I got most of my predictions correct on that.
I believe it's like an amalgamation of our two actually, because
It
we,
is.
we both had the three. We both had Rebirth, Astrobot, and Metaphor.
Yeah.
And then I had Balatro, but you had Black Myth.
Yes.
So it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Jesus. And you were really thinking Black Myth wouldn't be there, or you were like unsure, a little bit unsure on that one.
I was a little bit unsure of that, but apparently it won Game of the Year at the Golden Joystick Awards.
I did see that. And then I went,
Hmm.
"Oh fuck, Eric might be right." But then I think the golden joysticks. The difference there is, I think that's completely vote based.
Okay.
I think it is, and so that game was huge,
Hmm.
not only here but also in Asia.
Yes. Well, it is
So,
for
and a lot
a
of people might have been campaigning for no, like, give it to that one. I'm fucking sick of certain games winning all the time and that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing, you know. Dave, I felt very confident going into this about two games that I
Okay.
felt it was between. They've thrown a spanner in the works, Eric, and we had this conversation when we were trying to predict what could be nominees, and I said, "Is it possible?" Do you remember this? I said,
Yeah.
is it possible that they could actually argue for Shadow of the Erdtree? We had a long discussion about it, and we were like, no, they can't. It's a DLC. They can't do it. Like, we looked into it. We were like, can you play it on its own? No, you have to buy the game. No, they can't. They've done it, Eric. They've
Yeah.
campaigned and they've gotten a DLC into Game of the Year.
Yes.
Does this
Now,
throw
here's
a
the thing.
massive spanner in
Was
the
Phantom
works?
Liberty nominated last year? It wasn't, was it?
Not for Game of the Year. In
No, no,
other
no.
categories, it was.
Yeah,
That's
it
where
was.
the discussion came from.
Yeah, so that's how I saw that as the thumbnail for a YouTube video, which was should DLCs, remakes, and remasters be in the Game of the Year category? This was a Luke Stevens video. So from that, I was like, okay, so Shadow of the Erdtree must be one of the nominees.
Oh,
Then I saw
God.
Hideo Kojima's post, and I went, okay, Shadow of the Erdtree is definitely one of them. So then I watched the video, and yeah, he is probably on the same wavelength I would be, and what probably a lot of other people would be, which is no, Shadow of the Erdtree should not be in this category because it is a DLC, not a game.
Well, whether it should be there or not, it is.
Yeah,
So that brings
and
us
it's fun.
to,
It's like I'm looking at this right.
yeah.
And it's got this really colorful, like, border thing around it. Do you have that too?
I've seen that, but actually that's moving depending on where I scroll. So it's going around Balatro as well, and it's going around. Yeah, it's moving. It's not only on Shadow of the
Okay.
Erdtree. But at first I
Well,
was like, is that trying to highlight vote for me, vote for me?
mine is only on Shadow of the Erdtree.
So
um,
right, how what are we thinking? What are we feeling? Does this
I
throw a huge spanner in the works?
I'm not. I don't think so. I don't think Shadow of the Erdtree is going to win.
Really?
No. I'm just going to be against it because I just don't think it should be there. And I think, oh,
Okay, first of all, before we do the prediction, what would you pick? What's your pick out of these
I
six?
I myself would pick Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah, me too. Like, without being boring, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So now, what do we predict will actually win?
I'm kind of, to be honest, because it's such, to me, yes, Shadow of the Erdtree is a spanner that works, but so is something like Bellatra.
Wow.
Because
Okay.
it's a card game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nominated for Game of the Year.
Man, I was telling you.
You know what I mean? Like all the rest, you have three which are like action RPGs.
Yeah.
You have a DLC that shouldn't be there. And then you have a platformer, which is really fun. But then you have this card game.
hmm
It's like, what the fuck? But I'm gonna go with 567 Rebirth.
You think it's gonna win?
I'm gonna go with that.
Okay. Okay. Eric's saying rebirth. So, and by the way, and we did this last year as well. There will be ones where we have differing opinions, and that's where it'll matter. It doesn't mean that because Eric goes for one, I can't go for it, and vice versa.
Hmm.
That's not the way we're doing it. So going in, as I told you, I always thought it was between two, no matter what else is there, and those two are Rebirth and Astrobot,
Hmm.
is what I think it's between. And then I saw Shadow of the Erd Tree, and that's really fucking throwing me off. And I'm like, God damn it. I actually think Shadow of the Erd Tree has a strong chance of winning, but I'm not going to predict it. But I actually think it's between those three more than any of the others,
But
which
I know
is
there.
which is annoying to say.
Yeah, I just it just
To be
shouldn't be there.
honest.
It's a DLC that like if you have that there, Phantom Liberty should have been nominated, and like
But the
The
fact that it
Witcher.
is there, it doesn't matter whether it should be there or not. It is there, and they've pushed for it. They want it there. So there's
Yeah,
a
and it's
huge
fucking flashing at me.
and
It's
and
just
and it got tens out of tens across the board, and so there's it. I think it's probably the highest Metacritic rating out of all these games here.
hmm.
So I'm just bearing all of that in mind as a genuine reality of it actually has a strong
And it does,
it
yeah.
has a stronger chance than Black Myth. It has a
Yes.
stronger chance than Metaphor, and it has a stronger chance than Balatro, I think, of
Right.
winning.
Yeah.
Which is it's wrong. It's wrong. It shouldn't be there. I'm sorry, guys. I know people love it. It should not be here. My heart
Yeah, people can love it, yeah, sure, but
my heart is telling me Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. My head is telling me Astrobot, and I'm wondering which one to go with.
what is your stomach telling you, Chris?
My stomach is telling me that's the horrible feeling in my stomach saying Shadow of the Erd Tree.
All right, what's your
I'm gonna predict, even though I hope Rebirth wins, because that's what I
yeah,
want to win.
yeah.
I'm gonna predict Astrobot.
Okay. Okay.
Oh
God, we're probably
God.
both wrong, and it's gonna be fucking Balatro.
No, it's gonna be Shadow of the fucking Erd Tree, Eric.
Fuck that game. Not even a
So
game.
that's
Ja.
our predictions for Game of the Year. Eric's going Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm predicting Astrobot. I don't feel good about this. I think it could go either way. But the thing is, this is one where I kind of hope I'm wrong, because I kind of hope Rebirth wins, because obviously it's the one I pick. It is my Game of the Year.
Hmm.
My one thing that's leading me towards Astrobot is that I think a lot of the people who played Rebirth were disappointed by the ending, and that might be their lasting impression.
Sure.
Whereas
Yeah.
Astrobot, they weren't disappointed by the ending because it's just fun.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
But Rebirth is obviously a more expansive game, so yeah. Right. Will we hit next? Go to the next category?
I went to the next category. Yeah.
Okay. So the next category is Best Game Direction. And in Best Game Direction, we have Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Shadow of the Erd Tree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantasia. The very same games. God damn it!
Are they just
Oh.
gonna fucking put these on every category? Let's just make this simple.
Can I tell you
Best-
the two that I think it's between this time?
Yeah, go for it.
For me, this one's between Rebirth and Shadow of the Erd Tree, I think.
For direction, game direction.
Yeah.
All right, game direction. Actually, just for clarification for those listening, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Okay. Hmm.
What would you pick first of all? I don't want to be boring, but again, I would pick Rebirth here. I think Hamaguchi did an incredible job directing that game.
Yeah, I'd probably
From the
I'd
amount
pick-
of content and cutscenes to direct, and the storytelling, the actual combat, the new systems.
I would pick Final Fantasy VII Rebirth myself personally.
Yep.
I think Metaphor ReFantasia.
Oh shit! How come?
First of all, going off something you said previously,
Mm-hmm.
which in last time we were talking about this, which is fresh in memory.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's made by the same people that did Persona, which are well-loved games. And it's like its animation style and its world building. I mean, we were both like, sure, we weren't fans of the combat.
Yeah.
Like actually playing it, we weren't. Other people loved that. But we did both say that we would watch it. So I think on that idea of the world building alone, in just like the first few minutes, because I didn't complete the demo, did you?
No.
No, right? So even in the first few episodes, first few minutes of that demo, we were very like, this seems like a really cool world that I would like to watch more
Sure.
than play.
Yeah.
And I think the design of a lot of like the did you ever fight the first human in it?
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I really didn't
So
get far into it. I was
okay.
not interested.
Okay. So you go to a fortress, and at the top of it, you fight a human, which is like this
Okay,
weird,
no,
grotesque
definitely not. I
monster.
didn't do that.
All right. You fight this weird human, which is a grotesque monster, and it's a really cool design. So I think some of the designs are very cool to it. It's these what do you call it? The customization of how to upgrade your characters. You have these kind of, they're not called avatars, but they're kind of like these weird godly knight avatar things, and you unlock like loads throughout the game. Obviously, you don't unlock all of them in the demo, and then you can assign them to different your party members, and depending on what avatar your party member has, determines kind of the weapon and their abilities and stuff, which is a pretty cool system, which gives a bit more choice. So I for various reasons, like, and that's just off the demo.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't even know what the rest of the game is like, but like I'd say yeah, Man of 4 Refund. I'm gonna give it to that.
Okay, I am really torn. So I would pick Rebirth, but in terms of a prediction, I actually think I could go to any of these.
Sure, yeah, yeah. It can obviously
I think this is
tough.
actually really hard. This is
Yes.
really hard. Oh God, I'm gonna predict against my better judgment. I don't know. Between Shadow of the Earth 3 and Rebirth, I think.
You gotta pick one, Chris.
I know. I'm gonna predict. Fuck yous, you bastards, for throwing that in. Why would you do that? It shouldn't be here. So mad.
Actually, well, game direction. No, it's a DLC.
Like it can be in best expansion. Like obviously,
Well, it depends
they're
on
obviously
where.
pushing hard for it, man.
Yeah, it depends on what categories was Phantom Liberty in last year, because then those are the categories that like Shadow of the Earth Tree can be in, if that makes sense. So if Phantom Liberty was in Best Direction, then we have to go, okay, well this can be, you know. Although, yeah, go for it,
Right.
Chris. Go on. What are you going for?
I'm
Say
gonna
it. Say
predict.
Belastro.
I'm gonna predict Shadow of the Earth Tree.
You're predicting Shadow of the Earth Tree. That's what he said, folks. You heard it here. He's going against it.
But let me tell you,
He's
this
listening
is
to his stomach.
last year. Even though I lost last year, like you actually won last year by one
I
point.
At
By
one
one
point,
point.
yeah. What was the
But
1 point again? What was that again?
I don't
It was like
remember.
a
But
technicality, wasn't it? It was like so I
no, it
predicted.
wasn't. Yeah, yeah. Well, obviously.
No, but it
The
was
whole
in the
thing was predictions.
yes, no, but you remember last year we did the thing where it's like what is definitely showing up, what might show up, and what
Right. Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
curveball. I think it was one of those, not my curveball. My curveball was Infinity Blade remake,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I think it was one of those that got me to.
I no. The thing. What I'm trying to say is though, even though you won last year, I felt way more confident last year than I do right now. I do not feel confident at all. I actually feel
No,
like I'm throwing darts at the board, even though I actually have been.
blindfolded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing here.
no.
Oh God, this is gonna go horrible. Right, next category is
Next,
best narrative.
okay,
For
best now.
outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game, we have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Metaphor Refantasio, sorry, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2.
I'm not gonna lie.
Finally, Shadow of the Earth Tree is not there.
I was half expected to see it there.
All right, best narrative. Eric, what are we thinking?
All right, best narrative. Okay. Boy, these are actually all pretty good ones. These are not. I didn't clear Hellblade 2. I've never played Silent Hill 2, so I can't say. Although I haven't. Fuck, I've only played and cleared one of these games.
Yeah, but what you pick and then what you predict is very different, isn't it? Like predicting can be based on like what you've heard of
Well,
a
so
game, critical reception to a game.
so I can only really pick personally Rebirth because it's the only
Yeah,
one I played and cleared. But off critical reception, I am going to go with Metaphor ReFantasio.
Okay. Yeah, there's a few strong contenders here.
Yeah.
I've played Rebirth, obviously. I've played Hellblade 2, and I've backseat gamed all of Silent Hill 2.
Yes, you did.
I know that people fucking love Metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a few strong contenders here. I don't think Like a Dragon has a strong chance here, actually, up against these other ones.
It's one of those games that I've heard good things, but not really like not. It's not like it didn't blow up as much as, let's say, Metaphor. If that makes sense
Yeah.
for me.
I think if I was picking here, I think I would pick Silent Hill 2.
Very good. Okay.
Because it's just
Well, you've seen it.
it's a very focused human story, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like say something like Rebirth, which would be my favorite game this year, is obviously very clearly a part two of a story. It's a middle section. It doesn't tie up all of its loose ends. Where Silent Hill 2 is a
Right.
very complete story. So I
Mm.
think on story alone, I think I would pick Silent Hill 2, but I'm going to predict that Rebirth is going to win this one actually.
Okay.
Because I
Okay.
do think people will factor in the character to character moments, the side quests, the world building, all of that as part of the narrative and the storytelling.
Hmm.
Um, Hellblade 2, I'm actually surprised it's here. I'm gonna be honest.
But it's
Surprised
a
it's here.
narrative game.
It is a narrative game. I'm surprised that it is one of the 5 best narrative nominees of 2024.
What do you think should be there instead? Shadow of the Erdtree?
I don't know. What should be there instead? I don't know, because I mean, it would depend on what you played. Like maybe Stellar Blade has a better story than and a better
No.
narrative than Hellblade 2. Like Hellblade 2 is
Well, I say no. It's fine. But if you've played Nier Automata, you've experienced the story to Stellar Blade. Apparently, Nier Automata is the better Stellar Blade.
okay.
So
I think what it is that Hellblade 2. Do you know what? The performances are strong and the atmosphere is so strong that maybe that's why it's here. But like it's really short, like really short. Not that
Mm,
that should go against it. And it's quite a basic story. Like it is quite and it's over and you're like, that's it. Like
okay.
I will say that was the feeling I had when I finished it. Played it once, happy I played it. Probably won't play it again.
Right. So there are other games that you think should go in there.
I would imagine in the year that we've had that surely there is something else with a stronger. I didn't see anyone getting really excited after playing Hellblade 2 that I'm surprised it's
It's
here.
nominated. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Just to be honest, but
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
maybe it'll
No,
win.
that's fair. You
Maybe
hate
it'll
the
win.
game. That's fine. Yeah,
That's not what I said. All
yeah.
right, moving on to best art direction
All right. Best art
for
direction.
outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. We have Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, motherfuckers, Shadow of the Erdtree. The fuck? Metaphor Refantasio and Neva. Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
That is beautiful. Now, here's the thing. I will say, while you are reacting to Shadow of the Erdtree, this, I think, is okay for it to be here.
Yeah, fair enough.
That it is okay
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it to
yeah.
be here because it's about the design of it. Now, unless you are someone who is an advocate against DLCs being nominated for anything, then obviously you're not going to like it. But I think it's okay to be here as it's just best art direction.
This is a tough category.
This is a good one.
This year is actually a lot of people were like, like because last year was so jam packed with big, massive games that I think people have kind of overlooked the strengths of 2024 a little bit. And it's only now when you start looking at them in categories where you go, oh shit, like I think it's that they are actually quite unique from each other. Like if you
Hmm.
look at the 5 games here for best art direction, none of them look like each other.
No.
So it's not just a case of picking which one had the better, prettier graphics.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Which has happened some years. This time it's actually like these are vastly different art styles. And actually all of them are really good from a stylistic point of view. That this
Yeah.
is
So
actually difficult.
right. So well, that I suppose that's the thing about this year is that we've had few games compared to last year. Um, but yeah, they're all very different. They all kind of stand out on their own. There was something for I will say there was definitely something for everybody this year, but just not every game was for everybody this year. I think
Yeah,
that's really the thing about this
yeah,
year on
a
game.
lot of
Unlike
variety this
last
year.
year. Last year was like must get every game, and then by the end of the year, like I don't want to see another game. Right.
Are
So
are we
me,
s- are we surprised just for a second based on the other categories that we've had so far?
yeah.
Are we surprised Rebirth isn't here?
I don't know. Are we?
Are you? Are you surprised?
A little bit.
I don't think I am. I think looking at these, I wasn't like, what the fuck? Rebirth's not here. I'm only thinking about it now, going, oh yeah, Rebirth's not there.
Well, yeah. Now that you pointed it out, it's like, oh yeah, that. But then I'm suppose I'm a little bit happy to see another game being nominated, not seeing the same games over and over again.
Yeah.
But
What would you pick?
I would pick, just for me personally, Black Myth Wukong.
Hmm.
Going on what you said, it does have pretty graphics. Graphically, it is very pretty, and some of the designs for the creatures are awesome. They're really cool designs. Um, and a technical achievement. I mean, this is not like game science. In the West, this is not a big company.
Yeah.
Um, for sure. To make this game that is of AAA, if not quadruple A standard on kind of performances as well. The amount you can do, the transformations, the spells and everything you can summon on a technical, like the fact that this character Sun Wukong can transform in some of the variations of his story, he can transform into lots of different entities. And
Hmm.
then to technically put that into the game that you can do that is pretty cool. Um, yeah, no, so I personally would choose Black Myth Wukong. I don't know why I'm rambling on about that.
That's okay. That's cool. It's a nice little review of it.
But I would think that they might go, you know what? I'm gonna say, just because it looks pretty,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Nev.
You
They're
predict
gonna go
Neva
Nev.
will
I
win
predict
Best Art
Nev is gonna
Direction.
win because it looks pretty.
It does look
And
very pretty. It's a very good looking
I
game. It's
don't
like a
know.
canvas.
Yeah, I might get it. I don't know
I
anything about it, but it looks pretty.
I think from what I've seen,
Hmm.
I think I would also pick Black Myth Wukong because I remember at the start of the year, it was one of my most anticipated games of this year,
It was.
purely based on how it looked, the style of
Mm.
it, the art design, all that kind of thing. And I'm between predicting that and Metaphor.
That's fair.
Um, for its art style. The only thing is that Metaphor, as good as it looks, does have a persona-ish look to it that might not feel as new to many people. I'm actually going to predict Black Myth Wukong for this one.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
That's what I'm going to go with. Again, I have zero confidence so far.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm feeling,
Same.
I'm feeling
Same.
really like, man, this could go anyway. It's actually kind of, in a way, it's exciting. It doesn't feel like it's really obvious. Like last year, when you have such a outspoken, like you could see it online. It's so clear that Baldur's Gate 3 is gonna pick up all the awards. So then,
Right. Yeah.
like you're like, well, I've got that one, so that's grand. I've got that one. I've got that one.
Mm.
Whereas this year, it is actually like everyone is like there is a little, like as you were saying, there's a little something for everyone, and everyone in those camps are fighting strong for that particular game, and it's
Yeah.
way more divided. That it's actually like, man, this could go anyway, and I have no
Like,
idea.
and so many of the big games have had like they're pro. Yeah, as you said, they're in their camps and they're advocating for it. But then you have the camps that are advocating against it. Like so many of these big games have had
Yeah,
even like controversy, so it is hard to know. And again, it's up to the journalists predicting. So it's how does the journalists feel? Because that's where a lot of
the
the
jury, the judges, all that
yeah
jazz.
the
Right.
executioners. Anyway,
Will we go for the next category?
all right, next category.
See if we get any more confident. I don't think we will. Oh
Nope.
no, we will. Okay, best score and music for outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and/or licensed soundtrack. We have Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantasio, Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade.
I am fucking shocked Stellar Blaze here. Not that it has a bad soundtrack. It
Right.
doesn't. I
It
just
has a
didn't
great
think
soundtrack,
it's
from
got
what I
a
heard.
beautiful, beautiful soundtrack. I'm actually replaying it again because they released the Nier Automata DLC.
Oh yeah, okay.
Um,
Is it good?
and their photo mode. Well, it's not really like it's not like a story thing. It's just you come across a shop that's from the game, from
Oh,
Nier
okay.
Automata, and you
Okay.
just buy Nier Automata
Oh,
stuff.
all right. It's more for cosmetics then, is it?
Yeah. But they released the photo mode thing. The photo mode's pretty cute. But yeah, its music is wonderful. It's great. So I'm actually torn on this personally because Final 7 Rebirth does have a great soundtrack. Astrobot has a fun soundtrack, especially when you get to the
Astrobot has a
point.
great soundtrack.
I only played like a couple of missions, but that God of War one is so good.
Yeah.
And then Stellar, I
This is a tough
personally,
category again. This is a tough category.
this is tough. This is fucking. Do you want to go first? I don't want to go
Oh,
first.
sure, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm also thinking like the Silent Hill 2 soundtrack is classic, and it's not just the creepy audio
Mm,
that's going on, when you're walking around, but like that piano theme and stuff from Silent Hill
mm,
2 is classic. You know what I mean? And this is a case where Silent Hill 2, when it first came out, there was no Game Awards.
yeah.
So there's an element where someone could go, it's finally time to give that same composer, because it's the same composer.
Yeah.
It's finally time to award him for the work he did. You know what I mean? Like someone could take that point of view.
Yes.
You're right about Astrobot as well. The rendition, like the music in it is really fun and there's good
Yes.
vibes. It makes you feel good when you play it. Like it does. It's a feel good time. Um, but those renditions, those remixes of classic themes from other games are also like really well done.
But you see,
I
the
think
point,
I think I would pick Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
yes, you see, because actually, the point you made about Silent Hill 2, someone can make for Rebirth, where it's like, finally, Nobuo Uematsu can get an award for the music he did in
But
1997 for
he
Final
didn't
Fantasy.
work. He didn't do the score of Rebirth.
What?
He did a theme song. He did the theme song. He didn't do the score.
Oh, well then.
Did you get him? Whereas it actually is the guy who did Silent Hill 2. However, so I would pick Rebirth, and I'm also going to predict that Rebirth will win this one.
I'm going to pick Stellar Blade,
Nice.
just because.
For yourself, like your personal choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am half tempted to just like throw a spanner in the works and say, yeah, they're going to predict Stellar Blade.
Okay.
uh,
Are you? Are you predicting Stellar Blade's going to win this category?
yeah, fuck it. Why not? Throw
Are
it.
you?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
It got nominated, so,
Oh yeah, well anything has a chance when it's
that's
nominated.
cool. That's made my day.
Ah,
That's
I'm
hilarious.
delighted for you.
I
I'm
am
delighted.
actually, that is, because that's the type of game that I was like, oh yeah, it will probably only get nominated for like maybe Best Action Adventure, and that would be it.
You know what I think is a shame here?
Well,
The only like one of the main reasons, well, it is also really good, but I would have loved to have seen Silent Hill 2 as just a nominee in Game of the Year because when they do the mashup of the music, I'd have loved to
oh
have heard
yeah,
how would they've got from the Silent Hill 2 team into whatever comes next, or how would they get from like Astrobot to Silent Hill 2 kind of thing,
yeah,
Um,
that would have been nice.
and I'm only thinking about it now because we're looking at it in best music, but that doesn't we actually won't hear it on the night.
That's
So
yeah.
that's yeah.
We
Anyway.
will get Linkin Park though, most likely.
Well, we'll wait and see. Maybe that'll be a prediction. All right. Best audio design is the next category. Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design, we have Astrobot, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Senua Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2.
Right. Okay. So recognizing the best in-game audio
This
and
is
sound
also
design.
hard.
It's pretty tough, but I say for me personally, it's between Hellblade 2 and Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm going to pick.
And there might be ones where it's like, oh, I haven't played any of these, so I don't have a personal pick, but my prediction is, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I only played a bit of Hellblade 2. I haven't seen anything with Silent Hill 2, but because it's a horror game, that is where horror games truly excel is the audio design.
Mm-hmm.
Is making you feel fucking scared as shit. Even the absence of audio design is awesome audio design. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
what it's well, there is no absence of it, but like even if it's just your footsteps going down the hallway. So I'm going to say personally for both me and the Game Awards, Silent Hill 2.
Yep. You're predicting Silent Hill 2.
Yes.
This one's interesting. I'm not surprised Hellblade 2 is here versus when it was in Best Narrative.
Yeah, no, that makes
Because I
sense.
think that's the way they put the work in, really, like, is
Hmm.
the audio, the immersion, and it's just as solid, just as good as it was the first time around. Bearing that in mind, however, it's like, yeah, of course it's as good as the first time around. So, will it wow enough to actually win, though? It's
Right,
like,
yeah.
I've kind of, yeah, oh, it's great. Absolutely give them the nominee, but I don't know, like, did it blow my mind as much the second time around? Where it's like, yeah, it's still brilliant. You know?
Yeah,
Um, I actually think for me, this is between Astrobot and Silent Hill 2.
that's
I,
fair. That's
I
fair, yeah.
think that the audio design in Astrobot is phenomenal in terms of the different surfaces, the different things you hit and touch, just the textures that you get, not just through haptic feedback, but also through audio.
Mm,
It could really, really win it. Um, and I think I would personally pick Astrobot,
okay.
but I predict the Silent Hill 2 will win this one.
So we're both on Silent Hill 2. You know, I'm actually actually no, I'll say it towards the end. But I'm kind of a little bit as we go through these categories, I'm a bit like I don't know, I might have to change my game of the year choice.
Hey, we can circle back to that at the very end if you want. I think we have gotten none of these right.
Probably.
I think this is going to be like the first year that we've done this where we're actually way off the mark. Usually we
Probably.
get like most of them, but a couple
Mm.
wrong.
Yeah,
And I'm not confident at all.
yeah.
I'm like, God, what are we even doing? All right, will we hit the next category?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So the next one, best performance. Awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and or performance capture. We have Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Mhm.
Hannah Tell, Life is Strange Double Exposure. Humberly Gonzalez, I might be saying her name wrong, apologies. Star Wars Outlaws. We said that wouldn't get any nominees. That's gas.
Well, in
Luke,
fairness, she probably does do a good performance in it. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like
she probably does then. Yeah, she
yeah.
probably does. Luke Roberts for Silent Hill 2, and of course Melina Jorgens for Senua Saga Hellblade 2. That's not surprising either.
No.
Lads, there's a problem here. There's a problem here. Where the
Where
fuck is the rest of the cast of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? I'm like, hold on a second. Don't get me wrong. Brianna White did an amazing job as Aerith. Okay. What's the name of who does Tifa?
oh,
What's her name?
Britta Baron, was it, or Britt Baron or something?
She should be here. She
She
should
should.
100% be here. Her performance in that game is incredible. Where's Cody Christian? Where's Cloud? His performance in that game is absolutely incredible. Where is John Eric Bentley? Barrett's performance in that game is insane. We've seen many years where they have two actors from a game. You know, like they did it for The Last of Us, they did it for God of War Ragnarok, they did it for Spider-Man 2. There should at least be two of that cast here because the performances were the standout thing of that game. I am shocked that there isn't a second Seven Rebirth actor here.
Hmm.
Shocked.
Hmm.
Now,
I
I'm shocked.
personally.
Sorry, my rant's not over. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Apologies.
I'm
Apologies,
shocked.
everyone. His rant is going.
I'm shocked that a second Rebirth actor isn't here, but that Hannah Tell for Life is Strange Double Exposure is here. Fucking shocked, everyone. Fucking shocked. She's fine in it. She's fine in it. Best performance? Get the fuck out of here. That game is a disappointment. I'm selling it. Right, go on.
That's Chris's review of Life is Strange Double Exposure,
Yeah.
which I didn't know he had until I went and picked up his dog Pippin.
Yeah, there
That's
you
the
go.
only time I found out you had the game.
No episode. No episode on it. Disappointing.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'll let you talk now. I need to cool down.
I'm shocked Sun Wukong is not here.
Oh, really? Does he talk?
No, but those monkey sounds are class.
Yeah, yeah, I hear
Nah, just try to ease up the air there, you
you.
know?
Just trying to make sure this is still a light-hearted podcast, you freak.
Yeah. Fucking. Ooh. Right. Personal choice and award choice. I'm just gonna go with Brianna White.
Okay, okay, okay.
It's an early game. It's a game that was released very early this year. To still be nominated means she's still on people's minds, so she left an impact. And I think she did. She did a great job in the first game. She does a great job in this game as well. She's awesome. She should do that more often.
I think this category is between her and Luke Roberts. Melina does an amazing job in Hellblade 2. But I'm not sure if they're going to give her the award again. She did get it for this character before, and she deserved it then too. She was incredible.
Yeah.
She got it for Hellblade 1. And she's amazing in Hellblade 2, and she puts an awful lot into it. It's a very emotional performance. If she got it again, I wouldn't be shocked or anything like that. But for some reason, I just think that something's going to go against Hellblade 2, and I do think for a lot of people it's going to be yeah, I've already done that. We've already done that. We've already done
Right,
that.
yeah.
And I actually think, as amazing as it all is, I think it is going to go against it. Sorry.
No, work away, yeah.
I would pick Luke Roberts, and I'm going to predict Luke Roberts.
Okay. I'm assuming he plays the main character in Hellblade,
Yes.
in Silent Hill 2.
Yes.
Am I being stupid here? But does Luke Roberts look like the actor Eric Roberts?
Oh, actually, in that particular picture, kinda. Maybe he's related to him.
That's why I'm saying, like, am I being stupid? Like, is that his son? And it's just like, yep, over our heads.
Or his brother.
Or maybe his brother.
I don't know
maybe.
the age. I don't know what age he is or anything like that. But he is. I have to say, he is absolutely excellent in Silent Hill 2. But it's a more nuanced performance. So it depends on what people look.
That's
It
still
depends on what people look for.
Yeah, but I mean, like, even when you had your man doing oh shit, what the fuck was the actor's name? But like Kratos in the Norse God of War, like he had a lot of nuance to his
Exactly.
performance, and yeah, it's very good. Okay.
But I'd be happy for Brianna to get it. Just putting that out there. I'm not against Brianna getting it. I am against not other people from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth not being nominated, but whatever. We'll get over. This so far this Game Awards is pissing me off. Shut up the Earth Tree and not enough love for the cast of Rebirth. I get pissed off here. This is the controversy you wanted.
This is what I was looking for.
This isn't what I was expecting. I was expecting no Black Myth Wukong and for us all to be mad about that. I'm mad about what is here, not about what's not.
I'm delighted Stellar Blade got nominated
for anything.
For anything.
Okay, the next category is innovation in accessibility. I don't know if we can really comment on this because we'd have to have played all these games and actually know anything about their accessibility.
No, but we can still just list out who's there.
Oh, sure. So recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. The nominees are Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Diablo 4, Dragon Age The Veilguard, Prince of Persia The Lost Crown, and Star Wars Outlaws.
Hey, it got nominated again.
Another one.
Hey, good for Star Wars.
Good for Star Wars Outlaws. Do we feel we could in any way make any kind of prediction on this?
God, no, I've played none of those games.
Yeah, and I certainly haven't dived into the accessibility features on Call of Duty, I have to say, when I played it. So
I don't think I go, there it is. Anytime I see accessibility, I don't mess around with it.
In some cases, I don't mess around with it, but I would click on it just to see how much there is and go, oh wow, like that's where like I knew on certain years, like for example with like The Last of Us, where it was like, no, they had fucking loads, so yeah, that would win that, But
right, yeah.
Here I just have nothing to say really. So
that's fair. Also, actually, I think I may have had. God, I was getting a lot of stuff spoiled. I think you know that when you were talking about Call of Duty 6, Black Ops 6, like you were doing that the non-spoiler review of it.
Yeah.
And you were talking about there was one mission that kind of put you a bit on edge.
Yeah.
May have had that spoiled on me.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. I don't know. Could be wrong.
Well,
I'm still intrigued to play that mission though.
sure. There's more than one. Okay, the next.
It's the whole game.
There's more than one. The next category is games for impact. Again, I don't know if this is going to be one where we have much to say on, but it's for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. The nominees are Closer the Distance, Indica. That's the name. Remember, I kept trying to think of the name of that. I was like,
Yeah,
is it Mandica? Is it Indica? I really want to play that game. Never, Life is Strange, Double Exposure, Hellblade 2, and Tales of Kenzira Zhao.
Go on another rant there, Chris, about fucking Life is Strange, Double Exposure. Go on, go for another one there.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's an okay game. It's just not great. I don't know what I would pick here. Well, of the ones that I played here, I would pick Hellblade 2. In terms of predicting what would win, do we even want to predict on this one, or do you want to?
I'm between. I'm just going to say what I'd be between. I've played. Barely played Hellblade 2. I haven't played any others.
So we're not making a prediction on this one.
No. I'll just say it's for me personally. I think it's between Neva and Indica.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, probably Closer to Distance and Indica, considering the name is called Closer to Distance. So actually, it's between those two.
Do you want to make a prediction?
No.
A blind. Okay, that's fine. Then moving on.
Yeah.
Okay. Let us know if you've played these games, guys, what you think will win. The next category is Best Ongoing, awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that envelops the player experience over time.
Evolves the player experience.
That evolves the player experience. Envelops? Yeah. What the fuck? The nominees are Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, can it win again? Fortnite, and Helldivers 2.
Well, didn't that just come out this year?
Do we want to predict on this one? That's what I want to know.
Do you feel confident enough to predict?
Do you want to predict? I don't mind in some cases predicting based purely on I know nothing about this game, but I know that people are hot on it.
Let's do it, right? We haven't voted in like one category. So come on, we have to vote.
Let's go. Best Ongoing.
All right.
What are you predicting?
My thing is Helldivers 2, didn't that just come out this year?
It did.
Yes. So I don't really think that can win.
Okay.
For ongoing. It only came out this year. Compared to Final Fantasy 14 that came out 14 years ago. It didn't come out that long ago, but it was a long time ago. I am going to go with Final Fantasy 14.
I think that's a wise choice.
Look at that picture. That picture is so cool.
It's a wise choice. It's always talked about. I think it's won this category many times. So it could win again. I'm going to go with... Fuck it. Helldivers 2.
Oh, he went for it, guys.
You're right. It only came out this year, and it's already being considered for best ongoing. That's my. I'm gonna.
That's fair. Okay.
That's my little. But let us know, guys, if you think we're off our rockers. You've played these games. You're like, lads, Diablo 4 is the best expansion. You guys are crazy. Or best ongoing. That's where Shadow of the Erdtree should be. How is that not there? Best ongoing.
Because it probably has to do with an online like MMO type thing, like, an online game.
The next category is Best Community Support, recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates / patches. The nominees are Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy VII 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. Is this one that you want to predict on?
Oh, yeah, I do. Oh,
you do? Okay.
Yeah, because originally I was going to go, Baldur's Gate 3, obviously. But then we got the No Man's Sky, and I was like, that's...
Does that have a high chance?
That does have a high chance.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with Baldur's Gate 3.
Well, I hate to be boring, but I'm also going to go Baldur's Gate 3. And you know what?
What?
I don't even think it has anything to do with whether or not it actually had good support or not, and I'm sure it did, and I believe it did. I just think that people are just going to go, I see Baldur's Gate 3 for anything, yes! I just think that's just the reaction it seems to elicit in people. I don't even think they'll read it, they'll just be like, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? That's how I feel
I don't
about
know, but
that.
that'd be hilarious if that's how it was all decided.
Yeah. It's like, how is the judging done for these guys? I like that one.
Well, actually, you jest, but that is how the voting is done. I
It
like
is.
that
I
one.
like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that is how it works.
For whatever
It's
reason.
like the
Yeah.
Oscars. It's like, what wins it? Oh, well, I like
The,
that one.
the one that I liked won.
Yeah.
Why? Because I liked it. You're right. That's actually
That is how it
that's what
works.
we're doing here. Okay. This is a fucking interesting one. It's always an interesting one.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better believe it. Best independent game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. The nominees are Animal Well, Balatro, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Neva, and UFO 50. Let me tell you, there's a few strong contenders here, but I think
I've heard Animal Well is a game.
yes.
Hmm.
If one of these was not in Game of the Year, I think this would be harder.
Yes, I'm going to go with, obviously, Balatro.
Mm-hmm.
That's my prediction.
Yeah, me too. That's easily done. If it hadn't been there, I think this actually would have been between Animal Well and Balatro.
Yes.
But because of obviously Balatro being considered for Game of the Year, it's very obviously going to win Best Indie Game.
Yes.
Okay. And then, is there any point in even... Because the next one is Best Debut Indie Game.
Isn't that just the same thing?
I don't understand why they do this. So, for the Best Debut Game created by a new independent studio, and it's Animal Well, Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, and The Plucky Squire.
Right, well, I'm going to go with Balatro.
It's obviously Balatro again, but let's just get it in to have extra points so that we could feel like we got some of them right.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I went to the next one. I know what I'm predicting.
Hold on now, let me catch up with you. All right. Next category, Best Mobile Game. For the best game playable on a mobile device. Okay. So the nominees are AFK Journey, Balatro, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. That's the name of that game? What the fuck? Wuthering Waves. That sounds
Don't they
badass.
know that Pokemon stands for... Doesn't it stand for Pocket Monsters?
I'm sure they know that. They
Pocket Monsters Trading Card Game Pocket.
And Zenless Zone Zero. So I take it we are both predicting that Balatro is going to win 3 in a row here.
Very possibly. But I see Zenless Zone Zero, and then I just think of that Bernice music video.
Well, I'm predicting Balatro. Which one are you predicting?
I'm going for Balatro. Yeah. Make it easy.
Yeah.
That AFK Journey, though, has some nice artwork.
Surely does. All right. Next category is Best VR/AR. We might have... I think we're going to have a lot of similars.
Yeah, I suppose it's getting to that point now where we're like, we haven't played any of these, so let's just go off of...
For the best game experience playable in a virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform, the nominees are Arizona Sunshine Remake, Asgard's Wrath 2, Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hellsinger VR, and Metro Awakening. I forgot about that. Oh, that has a high chance.
So I'm personally between Arkham Shadow and Metroid Awakening.
Yeah.
There is an element of bias here because it's Batman Arkham Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
You did a non-spoiler review and it sounded awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Metroid Awakening, though.
Metro Awakening. You're predicting Metro Awakening?
Yeah, I'm going to predict that. Just kind of keep it fresh, you know? Just so people don't listen to the same answers 5 times in a row.
Well, okay, I'm going to predict Arkham Shadow.
Okay.
Based purely on what I saw of it and how impressed I was of it. Not to say that the other games wouldn't be impressive, and maybe if I experienced them, I'd be like, no, fuck that, it's definitely Metro Awakening. But I just think what they pulled off in Arkham Shadow is actually incredible. Glad to see it nominated.
Yeah.
But also would have been shocked if it wasn't. I'd have been like, what the fuck?
There was other VR games?
These other games must be incredible. Okay, best action game. Let's fucking go, guys. So, for the best game in the action genre, focus primarily on combat. The nominees are Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, I'm kind of surprised, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, And Space Marine 2 got a nominee, Eric.
Fucking
Okay.
Black Myth, Wukong, Stellar Blade, and Space Marine 2. Woo! Ah, yeah! And the crowd goes wild. Stellar Blade got 2 nominations, Chris. No! I didn't think I was going to get any.
So
I'm having the opposite reaction to you for this Game Awards.
you fucking are. What? What would you pick?
Oh, fucking Jesus. This is my hard one. This is the one where I'm like, it's hard for me because of my personal attachment
Yeah.
to some of these games, right?
Yeah.
Black Myth Wukong is a very good combat game. However, just because of how difficult it gets, I got a little bit turned off by it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that Black Ops 6 is a good, fun combat game. You seem to have really enjoyed the combat to it,
Yeah.
like actually playing it.
Yeah.
Helldivers 2 looks like really good fun from the videos I've seen. Actually
Yeah.
looks weirdly enough super cinematic for an online game. Like just the scenarios people got into. Stellar Blade, I'm on my third playthrough. That is so fun and flashy to play.
Yeah.
And then Space Marine 2, if you like playing Gears of War, you're gonna like playing Space Marine 2 because it's just that visceral violence.
This is a good category.
This is tough. Yeah, this is a good one.
What would you
go
pick?
first? You go first.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah, you
okay.
go first.
The only one I've played fully of these is Black Ops 6.
Right.
I've seen a bit of Black Myth Wukong, seen a bit of Helldivers 2 and Space Marine 2, and played a demo of Stellar Blade. Of these games, I would pick Stellar Blade from just that demo. That was the most fun action gameplay I had out of these ones. But I'm predicting that Black Myth Wukong is going to win. Yeah. Your turn.
I personally, I would go for Stellar Blade. Fuck it, I'm gonna say Stellar Blade's gonna win.
Go on, Eric.
Fuck
You predict it. You go for it. You believe in it. Believe in it.
I mean, it like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is your game of the year. Stellar Blade was mine.
Was?
Is
Has something changed? Okay.
Latro.
Next category: Best Action Adventure. For the best action adventure game, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving, the nominees are Astrobot, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Cool. Now, I do think
Mm-hmm.
Stellar Blade should actually be here more than in the other one.
I don't disagree with you. In fact, I agree with you. Yeah.
Right?
Why are you speaking in riddles? Yeah, I think Stellar Blade should be here. You're right, but
Because
it's not. So I'm surprised Star Wars Outlaws is here.
why? There's adventuring and there's action.
But is it amongst the 5 best of the year?
Probably not, because Final Fantasy VII Rebirth should also be here.
Possibly, but Stellar Blade should definitely.
Yeah. Right. I am actually going to go with Echoes of Wisdom. Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom because it's the first time it got brought up and nominated. Probably isn't going to win, but sure.
You're predicting Echoes of Wisdom?
Yeah. Why the fuck is Astrobot here? Just barely any combat in that.
I would pick Astrobot. Fuck you. And I'm predicting Astrobot will win. How dare you speak badly of Astrobot? It says for the best action adventure game combining combat, right? Yeah, very little of that, with traversal and puzzle solving. Lots of both of those. So I think for that aspect of it, I think it's gonna win. And it deserves to win.
You know, I think you're going to win the I think you're going to get the pizza this year, Chris.
We'll see. I don't know. Best RPG, guys. This is where we're gonna get mad. Okay, for the best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences, we have Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor ReFantasio.
I personally
Not Dragon Age the Veilguard. Interesting. That is interesting. Not that it would ever win, but interesting that it's not here.
I didn't even know that. Yeah, they picked the DLC over Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
Yeah. Imagine being a Veilguard fan. Fuck.
Oh.
Anyway, go
Well,
on.
it still got nominated. It's like a nomination is
Yeah.
not something to shine away. Like,
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're
got
very
nominated
innovative
for
in accessibility, like.
mm. Anyway,
It's just the way you did that was funny.
I personally Rebirth.
Yeah.
I think Dragon's Dogma 2.
You think Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to win this?
Based on the fact that it says including massively multiplayer experiences. And Dragon's Dogma 2 definitely has more multiplayer experiences than Rebirth does.
Man,
the way you can definitely take on a role more in Dragon's Dogma 2 than you can in Rebirth, because Rebirth, you're only the role of Cloud, and you have to tackle things the way they tell you to tackle it. But in Dragon's Dogma 2, you can tackle shit whatever way you want.
I am torn here between Shadow of the Erdtree, Rebirth, and Metaphor.
That's fair.
I think any one of those could win this one based on how strongly people are going to fight for them. But just based on the amount of... I don't know, because I don't fully know how deep Metaphor goes.
Right.
It could win. I am going to say... I'm going to go with Rebirth.
You know Rebirth? Okay.
I'm going to go with Rebirth.
Okay. Rebirth. He said Rebirth, everyone.
I'm going to Rebirth, everyone.
If he's wrong.
I don't need to go on about it. Everyone knows it's a good RPG, so... I think
he doesn't need to go on about it, but he picked Rebirth.
But listen, everyone. Here's how it is. This one's gonna be easy. Do we want to do this one just so that we can get one right?
You know, right? You say that, you jinxed it. We're going to get it wrong.
Yeah, possibly. Right. Best fighting game. For the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat, there's Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, Marvel versus Capcom Fighting Collection. Oh fuck, I forgot that was here. Multiverses and Tekken 8.
God, I love that. Like, 3 of these titles are just how many words can we put into it? Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, and a Marvel versus Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. It's like fucking hell.
Any predictions?
Yeah, multiverses. That's totally gonna win.
Come on. Even I know you're taking the piss there.
Well, there was I am going to go with Tekken 8.
I am also going to go with Tekken 8.
We're probably going to get that wrong.
Based on the perception,
it's probably going to be Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collections Arcade Classics.
Some people could go for that from a purely nostalgia perspective. The other one I think is a strong contender is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Fair.
But I'm feeling pretty good about Tekken 8, to be honest. So let's see. What have we got after Best Fighting? Best Family Game. Aww. Okay. So, for Best Family Game, it's for the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. The nominees are Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, or The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, or The Plucky Squire.
Okay, I have a feeling I know what you're going to go for, but based on the fact that appropriate for family play, I am going to go for Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Okay. I think that makes sense, actually, when you're thinking of like that the family can actually play together.
Yep.
I would obviously pick Astrobot because it's the one I've played and I loved it. And I think you're probably, if you were predicting what I was going to pick, you will have already won the pizza, Eric. I'm going to say Astrobot is going to win this. What was your... hold on, I'm trying to take note of these as I go as well. You went for Super Mario.
Yeah, Party Jamboree.
Yes. A few good ones here, actually. A few good family games this year. Sometimes you see them and you're like, there's 2 there that are actually decent and the rest of them are like, no, that's just to fill the category.
Yeah, it's like Forza.
Best sim/strategy. I don't think we're going to have any predictions here. Just to let people know what they are. It's Age of Mythology Retold, Frostpunk 2, Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, Manor Lords, and Unicorn Overlord.
I'm gonna go with Frostpunk 2.
Are you actually predicting on this one?
Yeah,
You are?
yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine.
I tried playing Frostpunk and went, oh, there is too much strategy to this game. So
Okay.
Frostpunk 2, but yeah.
Okay. I didn't know we were doing this one, so let me just have a think now. So
Well,
if
surprise, motherfucker.
you're gonna say this is gonna be a total blind one. You're saying Frostpunk 2.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say Unicorn Overlord.
Okay.
That's totally blind. I think I've heard good things about it. I have nothing more to add there. Right, we're gonna skip best sports and racing.
Okay. Do
We've
you want
not.
to list them at least?
Nope.
Okay.
The episode will go on too long if I start listing everything, to be honest.
Okay.
I want to stick to the ones that we can actually talk about. So, hey, where's next? Best multiplayer. For outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Space Marine 2.
I'm
Hey.
glad I'm glad Space Marine 2's there. That's got some fun multiplayer to it,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. But I think Helldivers 2 is gonna get it.
I would love to be different to you, but I also think Helldivers 2 is going to get it.
Hmm.
Um,
Because its whole thing is,
this is its whole thing.
its whole thing is
This
multiplayer.
is its category.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm on the next category anyway.
Best adapt. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on. Let me just write this down first. But the best adaptation, recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. The nominees are Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon Yakuza, and Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft. Now hold on a fucking second.
Yeah.
Arcane was not finished by the time this went live, was it?
No. The last 3 episodes are out Saturday, 23rd of November. We're recording on a Friday, everyone, just so you know. So on time recording, it'll be tomorrow when the last 3 episodes are out.
I don't think it should be here.
Tough shit.
Don't get me wrong. It's obviously gonna fucking win.
Yep.
And they obviously just put it in either to fill the gap or because they want Linkin Park there. But
Yes, both.
it wasn't finished. It shouldn't be. That's like fucking like
But most of it's finished. 6 episodes, like the 6 of the 9 episodes are out, Chris.
were the 6 out before the Game Awards though?
Yes.
Definitely.
I don't know.
Were they?
I don't know.
Like
I'm confused now.
there's a cutoff date for when all the nominees can go in.
I would say it's probably just they didn't have.
That's definitely they did favorites.
Chris, they have that Tomb Raider thing there. I got you an episode and half of that. That's
Yeah.
a lot of shite.
No, I know. Don't get me wrong.
They clearly had to just throw in stuff.
Well, then, can I just say that this whole category is bogus? This category is just advertising. There is no need for it. If they find it hard to fill it at all, and then they're like a series that, again, no disrespect to Arcane, is fucking brilliant. And it's obviously going to win here. And Fallout now won't. But
which is unfortunate because Fallout was a very good.
Fallout was a great adaptation.
In fairness, right? Okay, I said this as well, but the last time there was the best adaptations and Arcane won, which was Arcane is a great show. It's a fucking brilliant show, right?
Yeah.
But in terms of actually adapting the game, I'm not 100% sure if it really does it because League of Legends is like I think it's like a hero, not necessarily a hero shooter, but you pick a character and then you fight in like an arena or something. I think that's what it's like. But Fallout actually very much captures the essence of new Fallout, not old Fallout. Old Fallout was a horror game, but it does capture that kind of that new style. But yeah, it's probably going to be Arcane.
We have all yet to finish Arcane, and I'm sure that when we all do, it would be the pick. For now, based on what I've seen so far and what's here, I would pick Fallout, but
Okay.
I'm going to predict that Arcane is going to win.
Yeah, I'm predicting Arcane.
But man, they need to drop this category.
No, keep it.
If they're struggling this hard to pick 5 things, that they end up picking one that isn't even finished by time the actual nominees go live. There's no way if there was only 3 episodes of Fallout, it would have been considered. They would have just said, "Oh, wait till next year. Put it in next year's one." Like, there's games that have come out that aren't considered because it's like, "Oh no, sorry, you were after a certain date in November, so you can't be considered." You know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Different rules when it suits them is what I'm saying. Shadow of the Earth Tree getting, and
Oh, for sure, absolutely. There are different rules. They are making special. They are like
making exceptions, aren't they?
Thank you. Making exceptions when it suits them. But
to be honest, I think though they want a little bit of controversy because that does get people talking. And as long as people are talking about the Game Awards, then
it keeps it alive.
It's trending. It's so. I don't think I think Jeff is okay with people being mad at the Game Awards because he's like, hey, that's
free publicity.
It's publicity, yeah.
Right.
So the next category then is most anticipated game, recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward. The nominees are Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, I have a feeling we're both going to predict the same game here, but I'd love to know what your own personal most anticipated out of this list is.
This is toughy. This is actually tough. It's between Death Stranding 2 and Ghost of Yotei. I will probably go with Ghost of Yotei.
As your most anticipated?
As my most anticipated, yeah.
Yeah.
What would yours be?
My most anticipated game on this list is Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. But
did that surprise you?
Yes and no.
It's like, no, you're a bit predictable.
Yeah, come on. Pick Metroid. Go on, do it.
Let's see
it. But I actually seen some people saying that Ghost of Yotei is most anticipated.
Okay.
But I call bullshit because Grand Theft Auto 6 is there.
Yeah, I would imagine.
So I would give the award to, even though it's not mine, I would give the award to Grand Theft.
What do you mean?
We've gone through pretty much 3 generations of console with GTA
5. Are you predicting GTA 6 is going to win?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. It's just your language sometimes is confusing me. Like, I would give it to it. It's like, so you're picking that, or you're predicting that it's going to win?
I already said that my anticipated is Ghost of Yotei.
Right, okay.
So what's so hard to understand that I'm clearly choosing Death Stranding 2 as the award? For the record, I am saying Metroid Prime 4.
Will you stop? I have to write something down.
All right, Monster Hunter Wilds.
Okay. So we're both predicting GTA 6.
Yeah, we're both predicting GTA 6.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a no-brainer. I'll be shocked if that doesn't win.
They'll actually, like, surprise! It's Arcane.
Although, well, to be honest, the judges might feel differently. So,
true.
There's a lot of these other categories that definitely are not going to be in our wheelhouse or that we'll have much to say on, such as Content Creator of the Year, Best Esports Game. These are just not categories that we would necessarily have anything to say on. Best Esports Athlete. However, if you're someone that is into these categories and like Best Esports Team, feel free to like let us know who you would pick or who you think is going to win in those ones. So that's where our predictions ends in terms of the categories, to be honest, is after most anticipated game. That's where we stop. However, we have 3 more predictions to make before we wrap up this episode of predictions. This is something that we did last year as well. The only thing is we're not allowed to take each other's.
Okay.
So one of those is, these are basically things that will happen at the Game Awards. So this is outside of the categories. This is either a game being revealed, a game trailer, maybe it's in a guest appearance from someone, something like that. It's something that's going to happen during the show. We have a definite, as in I 100% predict this is going to happen. And then, of course, you could be wrong, and you're like, oh, God, why was I so confident? The other one is, I think there's a good chance this will happen. So it's a probably. And then there's your wild card, where it's like, this is very unlikely, but if it happens, I just want to say, I called it.
Okay.
Right? So let's start with the definite. Eric, would you like to go first?
Yes, and considering we can't have the same one, I'm going to rob this on you.
Yep.
Linkin Park is going to play live. Because they
Linkin
always
Park
have
playing live.
a song, a big, like a song from the gaming world. Last year they had The Heart of Darkness from Alan Wake 2. I think the year before, or the year of Arcane Season 1, they had Sting out to do his song at the end of Season 1. So, yeah, I think they're going to have Linkin Park on because they played at the Worlds and they have a song in the episode 1 of Arcane Season 2. So I think they're going to be performing live.
That's a strong one. That's a good one.
Or actually, I might be only half right, and they might only have M. Shinoda and Emily Armstrong.
Emily. Well, either way, I think if it's any of the members of Linkin Park, I think you get it, right?
Okay, fair enough.
My definite. Will they do it here or will they put it somewhere else? Nah. Okay. For the definite, just to get it in there and to be like, because the definite is sort of the boring one, isn't it? It's the I'm most confident on this one. I'm pretty certain on it. So yeah, it's boring, but Hideo Kojima.
Fair enough.
Hideo Kojima is going to show up. Jeff Keighley's going to talk to him again, and he's going to make a big deal out of it. Like, he's like, I got Hideo Kojima, and it's like, you do this every show. And then he's going to announce the release date of Death Stranding 2 or a new trailer.
Interesting. Okay, so I don't know if this counts because my could happen. Probably. My maybe was to do with Death Stranding 2. It wasn't necessarily Hideo Kojima coming out on the stage and announcing its release date.
You can't have it now. I have Death Stranding 2. You can't have it.
Fuck. Okay.
That's the definite. Hideo Kojima and Death Stranding 2.
Because my maybe was there was going to be gameplay for Death Stranding 2, but I will change it now, and my maybe
your maybe
will be gameplay for GTA 6.
Oh shit.
That's my maybe.
Oh shit. Oh god. That's I don't like that you're going first. My maybe. A trailer for Wonder Woman. The game.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Wonder Woman.
I don't like the. I feel like you're kicking my ass here.
I gotta get that pizza.
You gotta get that pizza. Okay, and then the wild card.
Wild card,
which is just for the record, the wild card can be based on there have been rumors or things you've heard, but there's no direct evidence that it's actually happening. So like those other things that we've just said. Obviously, Hideo Kojima is making Death Stranding 2. We all know that. Linkin Park have put out an album and they're playing it. We know that. GTA 6 is announced. Wonder Woman was announced. There was a trailer for it. So they're all concrete. The wild card is more like there's maybe there has been rumors of it, and you're like, I think it could finally be like a thing.
Right. All right. So last year I said Infinity Blade remake because that was like
you were off your head, really.
I was off my head, but that was like my running joke last year.
Okay.
I think was to, or at least it started around that time, was to like announce that game, was to like mention that game every episode. Kind of like a new version of Skyrim, which I've now mentioned both of those games. So take 2 shots, everybody.
2 shots, everybody.
But I'm gonna play this a little more serious, a little bit more.
Okay, it's something that
I say that and
happen.
I immediately like, all right, what's my joke? No, I think something to do with Mass Effect, the next Mass Effect game.
So tease for the next Mass Effect.
Thanks for the next Mass Effect. Although, would they do it after Veilguard? Yeah, maybe to try kind of go, no, don't worry, guys, everything's okay. Here's
so Mass that's Effect. Your wild card?
That's my wild card is Mass Effect.
Next Mass Effect. Okay. My wild card. Final Fantasy IX remake.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's tasty.
There's been whispers of it. There's been rumors of it. Nothing concrete, except maybe just that people want it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, maybe this is the place to have a trailer coming next year. Coming next year as well. Coming next year.
Oh, imagine I said that. Coming to Game Pass day one. Oh.
And this is what I think will happen with it. Just to go that little bit deeper, a little bit further. When it does come, if it comes next year, it will launch on PS5, Xbox Series X, and the new Nintendo console.
Oh, and voicing Zidane. Who's going to come out to announce it, Chris? Voicing Zidane?
So what the fuck are you about to do? Keanu
Tom Holland. Fuck my answer. Yeah, Keanu Reeves.
I don't even know if there will be voice acting in it, but that's going to
if there was, though, it'll be Tom
maybe.
Holland. He'll come out and he's.
No, it'll be no one that big. Are you crazy? It'll be someone who is big in the voice acting community, but not any more than that. So there's our predictions, guys, for the Game Awards 2024. Eric, after all that, how confident are you feeling?
Oh, God. No. I don't think I was ever confident last year either, and I'm not confident this year. Like, the only thing I was confident about last year was Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay.
This year.
Literally just before we wrap up, you have a final chance. You can't change anything else. Everything we've done our predictions. We've written them all down. The only one I'm giving you a last chance to change is Game of the Year after going through all the others and seeing how many other ones were predicted in other places and everything like that. Would you like to change Game of the Year, or would you like to stick with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is winning?
This is like one of those game shows. Would
This
you
is
like?
deal or
Would you
no
like
deal.
to trade?
It's deal or no deal. What's in my box?
No, you know what? No, I'll stick with it. I'll stick with my first choices, and if I lose, that's fair.
Awesome. And I will also be a gentleman in the sport, and I will stick with Astrobot as the prediction for Game of the Year. So, guys, those are our predictions for the Game Awards 2024. Again, obviously, we didn't have one for absolutely every single category. And if you want to let us know what you think is going to win in those categories, or ultimately what you're voting for, please do let us know, as well as all the ones that we did discuss. Who do you think is going to win the pizza this year? Who do you think is more right out of the two of us? Remember, we don't have to get them all right. It just has to be whichever one of us gets more right than the other. If that means that we only get like 3 or 4 right out of the whole thing, it's still like one of us will still win.
Yeah.
What if we get the exact same score? What happens then? Well, surely it comes down to like the wild cards and the definites then. And
Yeah, but if we still get the same score, we both buy the pizza, and then we just decide, like, you do that kind of half and half thing.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, guys, let us know who you think is going to be buying the pizza this year. Who do you think is more right? Who's going to be winning? If you're watching YouTube, make sure you jump down in the comments to share your thoughts. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell for all future content. And to those who listen to us on audio platforms, you can touch base on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X at The Brothers Take, again, to give your take on the Game Awards 2024 and your predictions for what will win and what will happen. Thank you so much for checking out this week's episode. We will be back to talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.